Hey everybody, welcome back to the Lux Business Channel. I'm Tatiana, and in my last video, I shared with you different ways that you can make money online. And in that video, I mentioned Kindle publishing. Well, I'm very lucky to have my boyfriend, Stefan James here, who is the master of Kindle publishing. He has his own course called K-Money Mastery, where he teaches thousands of people to make money online with Kindle publishing. So actually, that's how I got started with my own online business. I took that course and I learned how to publish my own books on Amazon, and I am not a writer. So we're gonna get into details about how you also can be an author and seller on Amazon. So Stefan, why don't we get started? Maybe you can share with us, how did you get into Kindle publishing and a little bit more background information?
Yeah, so first, thanks for having me. Happy to share with you guys the process and the journey of getting started with publishing on Amazon. I actually, I got into online businesses several years ago, and like most people, I tried so many different ways of making money online. And at one point, I started making money by publishing my own books, and I would write the books myself, and I'd publish them, and I'd end up having to create the sales page and have to create the website and do the copywriting of it and the checkout page. And there's just such a huge process in order to actually sell an ebook online. And a number of years ago, Amazon had released their Kindle publishing platform. And I'm sure you probably know a Kindle e-reader where people can buy books from Amazon and they can read it on their Kindle device.
I love it. I use it religiously.
Yeah, and it's a great way because you can have so many books on it, and it's just been a huge growing trend. And Amazon is such a huge company that they've just expanded that and grown it in so many different ways. And I kind of had the idea at the time to take the books that I'd already written, published, and were selling online, to take them and actually try just publishing them on Amazon as Kindle books. And I didn't really know what to expect or what would happen with it, but I said, you know what, it doesn't cost me much to be able to do that. I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna convert it over, publish it on Amazon. And what I realized, because at the time I was learning a lot about search engine optimization, and I was creating blogs and ranking different articles and content on Google and different search engines, but I realized that Amazon's also a search engine as well. In fact, it's the best paid search engine out there, meaning that people, when they go to Amazon, they're searching for keywords and different books and different products. But the difference between that and Google is people are on Amazon to actually buy something. They've already got their credit card set up in their account, and Amazon has like hundreds of millions of accounts and credit cards set up. And when someone wants to buy something, they just press a button, or they're on their Kindle device. They click, it's a one-click buy sort of thing. And oftentimes a lot of people, they don't just buy one book, they buy several books because Amazon keeps recommending different books to you and stuff like that. So sure enough, I decided to go that path, and I was blown away by what happened. I started making significant amounts of money with hardly even doing much of anything. And when I looked at and compared how much time I was spending just to sell this ebook on my own without Amazon, and how easy it was just to put it up there on Amazon and make money with it, I was just like, why would I do this anymore? I'm just gonna put all my focus into just publishing my books on Amazon. And I learned how to rank my books for different keywords. Obviously, Amazon's evolved, it's a little bit more competitive now. But I also evolved my strategies. I evolved different ways that I could sell my books, rank my books, get reviews for my books. And I was able to turn that into a six-figure passive income. I've now published over 100 books on Amazon. Not all of them make money, of course, but a lot of it was just experimenting with different niches, different opportunities. I published children's books, fiction books, nonfiction books. And sure enough, what happened was I started having so much success with it that often when you have success in an online business, your friends and family want to know what you're doing. They reach out to you for help. And I was also doing life coaching at the time too. So a lot of my clients wanted me to teach them the process and show them how they can make money online as well. And sure enough, I helped them make money, helped them have success. And then I eventually realized that if I created an online training program, then I could help more people. And it was, I didn't have to always teach and trade my time coaching people to do that. I could just have them go through the course. And that's how I created K-Money Mastery, which has now helped tens of thousands of people now all over the world get started with publishing on Amazon, help thousands of people make money online. And it's just been like such an amazing opportunity that Amazon's provided for us. And it's not just Kindle books, but it's also paperback books, audio books. But just leveraging the power of Amazon is just so amazing. And the great thing about this business model, like you said, it doesn't require as much of an investment. You don't have to write the books yourself. That's the beautiful thing about it. You can actually be a publisher, and you can work with different writers or ghost writers, and you can even pay a writer to write a book for you, and you just do the publishing and the marketing for it. So it's a fantastic business model for someone wanting to get started and learn the ropes of how to sell online and build an online business.
So let's dive into that. How can someone be an author and a publisher but not actually write the book themselves? I'm sure a lot of people are kind of confused right now because, I published books, but I'm definitely not a great writer. So can you give us some information about that? How does that happen?
Yeah, well, most publishing companies, their publishers aren't the ones that are writing the books. The publishing company, they're working with writers, they hire ghost writers. A lot of common books that you might have seen out there and read, whether it's biographies or celebrity type books. It might have that celebrity's name on it, but oftentimes they're not the one that's actually writing the book. They're working with and hiring ghost writers. And a ghost writer is just an anonymous writer that gets paid a flat fee to be able to write the book. And then the publishing company owns the rights to it, and they can then publish it, market it, sell it, and of course make money from it. So I first started writing myself, and I'm not a writer by any means. And actually, by the way, that's one of the beauties of Amazon is oftentimes like years ago, people have the perception that you have to go to a traditional publisher and you have to be this amazing, talented writer to be able to publish something and sell it. And that's not the case anymore. Amazon has made it so easy that anybody can write something and share their message with the world. You don't have to be, a Stephen King or anything like that. You can self-publish yourself. And so if you want to write, you absolutely can. But most people that I deal with, they're not writers. They don't enjoy writing, and they actually prefer just to do the publishing and marketing side. So inside my K-Money Mastery, what I teach people to do is how to find writers that can write your book for you on whatever topic that you want. Okay, so you do the research, you find what's selling, you create the title, the headline for it, you get the cover done and everything, and I can share a little bit about that as well. But then what you do is you find a writer out there. There's tons of writers. It's crazy because a lot of writers, they enjoy writing, but they don't know how to publish, they don't know how to market, that's not their skill set or expertise. They just want to write. So you can hire people within North America if you choose, but also the beauty of the internet is that you can hire writers overseas at a much cheaper price than what it would normally cost to hire someone in the United States, for example. And there's also writing companies out there as well where they have teams of writers, and you can make an order through the company and you give them the title of the book, you give them some different things that you'd like for them to create a book on. And then they'll go out there, they'll research, they'll make sure it's a quality book, they'll write it for you. You pay them for that, you own the rights to that book, and then you can take that book and publish it and market it and make money from it. And so even though I used to write some of my own books myself, I eventually realized that I could scale faster and do better of removing myself from the writing process, because I could only write so many books at once. But if I instead focus on the publishing, I could work with 10 writers, publish 10 books in the same amount of time that it might take me to write and publish one book. So it allowed me to scale up, and you can, of course, there's different writers based on their quality, different price ranges. I mean, you can get a fairly short book written for as low as $150. And the great thing also, often people have the misconception that a book has to be this 200-page type mammoth of a book, and that's not the case either. The great thing about Amazon and Kindle publishing is that there's actually a category for short reads. So often what I recommend for people, instead of investing the time and the money to create this 200-page book and spend all the time and money to do that, it's actually better to start off with a shorter book. Maybe it's only a 20 or 30-page book on a certain topic, let's say on meditation, how to meditate for beginners. You can create a 20, 30-page book on that shares some great advice for beginners and really adds value to them. And you can get that done inexpensively. You can put it up there. You can sell it for initially just for 99 cents or $2.99. Amazon will pay you a royalty if you sell the book For $2.99, they'll pay you a 70% royalty for that book. So you can make at least $2 per sale. And it's a fantastic way of doing it. Of course, as you make your book better, if you want to make it better, make it 100 pages, 200 pages, then you could sell it for maybe $5 or $10. And you have that opportunity. But just starting at a small price point is great because that allows you to get reviews for your book. It allows you to rank your book on Amazon, and then as you've built up the reviews and as you've built up that book, then you can charge more money for it too.
Yeah.
So
I actually like those shorter books better sometimes because what I find is that with books like that, sometimes there's 5 to 10 key concepts, and a lot of times these bigger books, they're just fluff. They just want to add in pages, and I feel like it's really repetitive. With shorter books, I kind of get to it really quickly, and so I enjoy that. So a lot of people already know about Amazon FBA, which is a physical products business. Now maybe you can share with us why the Kindle publishing business might be more attractive to somebody who doesn't have a lot of money to invest initially and who needs a quicker return on their investment.
Yeah, so Kindle publishing is great for someone that doesn't have a lot of money to invest. In fact, you could actually do it without investing any money whatsoever if you choose to. You could write the book yourself, which doesn't cost money. You could create the cover yourself as well. That doesn't cost money. I mean, that does require some maybe Photoshop skills, but Amazon has a platform called KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. They actually have a cover creator. So if you wanted to, you could just create a basic, simple cover just using what they have. And then signing up for your Kindle Direct Publishing account is free as well. And the great thing is the speed of which you can get a book up there on Amazon and start selling, making money is really fast. Like, I could, in my KDP account, I could take a Word document, take the JPEG file for my cover. I could just fill out the title, the description, all the details, the price of the book, and hit publish. And that book will be live for sale on Amazon within 24 to 48 hours. And I've had cases, my students' cases as well, the moment they publish it, within those 24, 48 hours, they just start making money and start making sales. Now, of course, that's not always the case. You have to market your book, you have to promote it. That's a rare exception, but it has happened. So compared to Amazon FBA is gonna be a longer process because you have to do a lot of research, talk to suppliers, you have to manufacture the product, then it takes time to ship the product, whether by sea or boat. Setting up your Amazon listing, of course. So it's usually a longer process. It might even take a few months to be able to launch a physical product on Amazon. Whereas the Kindle publishing is fast, it's almost immediate, doesn't require much money at all, as I said. Typically a lower risk starting because you don't have to have inventory. It's like a digital file that you're selling online, so it doesn't require inventory. There's no real expenses or anything unless you're spending money on marketing. I guess the only downside that compared to physical products is the potential of an Amazon FBA business. You could be making $100K, $500K a month from that, whereas you're not really going to do that level of volume or sales by publishing a book. Because typically books are going to be at a lower price point. It's going to have to, the marketplace isn't as big as the physical product side on Amazon too.
Why don't you share with us how much can someone expect to make with it?
Yeah, so when I first started, my initial goal for every book that I published was just to make 50 to $100 a month passive income. And I realized, hey, if I just publish a bunch of books and they each make 50 to $100 a month, that's fantastic. And for me, when I was starting, and I don't know about you, but when I was starting, that was life-changing for me because that extra 50 to $100 a month could pay for my cell phone bill, could pay for some of my groceries, could pay for gas, it could pay for certain expenses. And so that's kind of how I approached it. The challenge with that model, because I just kind of pumped out more books though, was that you got to make sure you don't compromise the quality of your books. Yeah. And oftentimes what I've learned is you can instead, sometimes the better strategy is focus on fewer books and make more money from those fewer books. So instead what I decided to do is take those books that we're selling and build it up to $500 a month passive income and get more reviews for it, create certain funnels that were promoting it and marketing it, building an email list from it. And sure enough, I've been able to do that. And then the great thing is once you have a book that's selling on Kindle, you can also turn that to a paperback book because you can sell that. Amazon has a print-on-demand service called CreateSpace, which is also free to join, and you can turn that Kindle book to a paperback. There's a huge marketplace for that. And then you can also turn that into an audiobook because Amazon also has something called ACX and Audible. So you can publish audiobooks and sell it on Audible. And so you can diversify your income from that one book and repurpose the content in different ways and increase the amount of money that you're making from it too. And even then, going deeper with it, I realized that I could use these books and the customers I was getting, I could build an email list and also do affiliate marketing by promoting other relevant products to them, either on Amazon or other affiliate programs, and earn commissions from that too. So I've had some books that have made me thousands of dollars a month, some that make me $30 a month. It really depends on the potential of the niche, the market that you're in, and how well that you market and promote that book. But the range varies from that, but yeah, it doesn't have the scalability as a physical products business does. But for a lot of people that just want to get started, that want to learn the ropes, they can transition to physical products from that too, or transition more to affiliate marketing. So overall, it's been a good way for people to just get started online and learn the ropes.
And with affiliate marketing, with these Kindle books, they're digital, so when people read them, they can actually click on links. Yeah. So you can have affiliate links within your books, and affiliate marketing is another method of making online that I mentioned in my last video. So maybe you can kind of touch on that a little bit more. Yeah,
so Amazon does have some restrictions around some things like that. You have to make sure that you follow the rules that Amazon has, but before you used to be able to have affiliate links right in your book, and some people still do that, and Amazon doesn't care, and oftentimes if you do violate something, they'll just kind of send you a warning, tell you to change it. You can easily change a book, something with a book like that too, which is pretty cool. But what I actually recommend is to build an email list, because when people buy your book or any product out there, you want to think about how you can add more value to them. And the downside of Amazon, same thing with physical products, is they don't give you the email address from your customers. So you have to use strategies to be able to get the email address so that you can then add more value to them, promote more books, follow up for reviews, and do affiliate marketing to be able to make further profits from that too. So the strategy that I use for that is if someone's buying a book on meditation advice for beginners, let's say, or meditation for beginners, I'm going to think, okay, what is an extra bonus that I can give someone that decides to buy this book from me? And I might think, hey, you know what, maybe I can give them some sort of guided meditation MP3 that could complement the book, and I'll give that to them for free, and I'll promote that in my book. I'll even mention that in the marketing of my book, the description, and say, hey, if you buy this book for $2.99, I'll also throw in this bonus guided meditation MP3 for you. And in the book, in order for them to get the bonus, I'll have a link where they have to click, go to a page, put in their name and email, and then I email them the MP3, the bonus. So now I'm getting their email address. I've added an incredible bonus offer to them as well, which they're gonna love. And now they're on my email list, I can build that long-term relationship. So I'm not just starting and ending the transaction with that initial sale, but now I can increase the long-term value of that customer. So say I made $2 or $3 from that person initially, well, all of a sudden now that I have them on my list, they've consumed my book, they love my book, they love my guided meditation, I can send them more resources, more information, promote other books that I have, ask for the review and follow up with that. And then maybe I can find a meditation course. I can be an affiliate for it, promote it, I can earn a commission from that. And now that $2 or $3 sale is now a $50 sale, a $100 customer. So now it's all in the back end. And one of the most common things I've learned when it comes to marketing and business is the money's in the back end. And Amazon knows this, most businesses know this, that's why they have upsells, that's why they recommend other products too. And so when you understand that, just publishing that book is just the beginning, and you can turn that into many different ways that you're making money from it.
So I think we all kind of strive to create passive income online, I wonder, is Kindle a way to do that? Is it, an initial investment of your time, you work hard, you create the cover, you create the content, you publish it on Kindle, get your reviews, and then do you just let it sit there and start to create passive income for you? Or do you feel like you require constant attention to that?
Yeah, so that's kind of the misconception I think a lot of people have. And when I first got started, I remember reading the book, The 4 Hour Work Week, and I was like, I just want to make all this passive income, set it and forget it. And it's true to some extent. I still have books, I still have aspects and content and things out there that I've published that I just don't even touch. I don't bother with it. I've moved on to other things, and I'm still blown away that they still continuously make me money. So in some elements, they are passive, but the truth is those passive income streams that I've just neglected slowly kind of diminish if you don't give attention to it. And the reason for that is Amazon changes, the internet changes, competition changes, the market changes, just the internet evolves. And if you don't always evolve with it, then oftentimes you can get left behind. Yeah. So it does require constant attention, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like daily attention or anything like that. It could just be, I've got some aspects of my business I might just check in on once a month or once a week. I eventually got to a certain point where I hired a manager that can run the business for me, and there's certain things we do to consistently market the books, promote them so that we always keep the sales high so that they always remain on top. And I think also it's important to understand if you want that sustainable income, you've got to build the foundation for it and just make sure that it's stable and secure. So a lot of people, if you put out a book up there and you sell it for a while and you promote it, you launch it, and then you maybe get some reviews and then you move on, well, other people can come and they can do a better job. They can compete with you, they can get more reviews, they can market better than you. So what I like to do before I kind of step away from it is I really invest a lot into it. It might be for a few months or even for a year to build that up, so that eventually you have that book that's got 300 reviews. It's selling so well and it's #1 and you got all these ways of marketing. That's something that's going to be more sustainable, more secure. Not going to have to worry about it as much. Whereas I see other people, they make some money, they move on, they neglect it, and often that can be a mistake. So you really have to build it up, I think, and just make sure it's steady and secure before you move on. And that was one of the initial mistakes I made with some books. I was like, hey, I'm making $50, $100, $500 a month. I'm going to make this forever. I'm going to move on to the next one. And now I'm putting my attention over here. And then over here, it's slowly dropping because I'm not paying attention to it. So I do believe you still have to make sure you're consistently growing, improving, making it better.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it took me years to be able to figure this all out. Like I said, I've published over 100 books. And I went through trial and error. I've invested thousands of dollars, I've lost thousands of dollars, just experimenting, trying different things, all the mistakes that I made. And if you want to go through that process, by all means you can. I don't recommend it though, because I've been through it. I've been through the mistakes and all that. And the reason why a course that I created exists and other courses out there as well is so that you can avoid making those mistakes in the first place. You don't have to go through what I went through. So I hope you don't try to reinvent the wheel and go about it your own way, because I've already solved those problems and I've already figured out the process and a proven way that works and has helped thousands of people be able to do it and make money. And I've also worked with, as I said, thousands of people. I've seen their mistakes. I've seen what works, what doesn't work. I've observed the differences between success and failure, so that I could create something that's going to consistently produce a certain result. So that's what Key Money Mastery is about. It basically guides you from A to Z to be able to research the keywords, the opportunities out there, something that's profitable, teaching you how Amazon works, the ranking system, how to optimize your book, how to create a title that's compelling, that's engaging. When people see that book title, they're going to think, hey, I want that. How to create a cover that's compelling, that people are going to notice and that's going to sell the book for you. And then of course, making sure you've got a description that's selling the book, how to price your book, how to launch your book, how to get reviews for it, how to outsource it, find writers, how to make sure it's quality, how to deal with, the ghostwriter agreements, how to even make sure that your book's protected for copyright, all these things. I mean, I had to hire lawyers to be able to figure a lot of this stuff out. And you can do that as well if you like. It's expensive, but I've saved you the time and the money to be able to do that and put everything together for you inside this course. So Key Money Mastery helps you to be able to do that. I have some additional training too if you want to go even deeper, audiobooks and things of that nature as well, but Key Money Mastery is the best place to start. And it's a fairly inexpensive course for people as well. Definitely well worth the value. Got a lot of testimonials and everything for it too. Everything is up to date and relevant. The strategies that are there, they're not tricks or gimmicks or loopholes. I've been there and those don't last. Those aren't sustainable. So I've constantly improved the course to make sure that what's in it, the strategies of publishing and marketing will continue to work as long as Amazon and publishing exists. So I'm proud of it, and for your audience, I wanted to offer a special discount just for you guys being a subscriber of Tatiana. So I'll offer you guys 10% off. I'm sure you'll have a link and everything.
Yeah. We'll link everything down in the description. So if you want to take advantage of this offer, I mean, his course is already very inexpensive for the value you're getting. It's an incredible course and it's very up to date, but we're going to give you that discount down in the description.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a coupon that will be down below, as well as the link and the details of that. And also mention too, it's got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can go through it. If you feel like the quality or the program can't help you, then you can always get a refund with our customer support team and everything. And give it a try. It's a fantastic way of getting started to build an online business.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Stefan. We appreciate you having you here, and we will look forward to seeing you in our next video.
Great. Thank you.